starting to think getting contacts while making YouTube videos is a good idea. I apologize if you can see the flare on my glasses lenses. This is my very first podcast video. I've been wanting to do this for a while, probably longer than I would like to admit, but I've just been a little too nervous because I was scared I'd be a little awkward on camera, and I hate hearing the sound of my own voice most of the time, but I wanted to get this started. Really, it was my New Year's resolution, so we're in April, if that says anything. I've been procrastinating so badly on starting my YouTube channel, but I'm hoping today to finally start it. I'm giving myself my final push to finally just jump headfirst in. I've heard that's the best way to do it. So I guess I'll get started off with who I am. I go by Poet online. My actual name is Jake. I enjoy knitting, crocheting, obviously. I also like drawing. I like pretty much any fiber art. I make friendship bracelets. I do a little bit of sewing. I actually just did my first sewing project. I'm hoping to put that in here as well. I would love to get into quilting. That's my newest hobby that I'd like to get into. And I also would like to get into embroidery or cross stitch. Really cross stitch I would really enjoy getting into. But I have so many hobbies as it is. It's kind of hard to make time for new ones, especially as a full-time college student with 2 jobs. So I'm based in the United States, and I think that's all you really need to know. I have 2 cats. I love them. But I think that's all for introductions, so we can just go ahead and hop into my first category, which is my finished objects. Okay, so for finished objects, I don't have very many. It is April, and I haven't done very much knitting or crocheting this year. This year has been a little rough for obvious reasons, so I'm not super proud of the progress that I've made in terms of finished objects, but I decided I'd just include everything I've knit or crocheted so far this year, because like I said, it's not much. In March, I don't think I finished a single object. Yeah, I'm looking at my objects off to the side. I genuinely haven't finished a single object. So I'll just do everything I've done this year. I don't have very many, like I said. But I'll start off with this houndstooth hat that I made. It's a self-drafted pattern. It's literally just a wide-brimmed hat with single crochets and slip stitches, I want to say. Not slip stitches. It's a skip 1. It's a crochet chain 1. Single crochet chain 1 pattern. And then I just cinched the top. I honestly hate how this looks. I might donate it. It doesn't even fit me very well. It's definitely more child-sized than it is Jake-sized hat. There's an end that is poking out because I'm terrible at weaving in my ends. But it is acrylic, so I would hate to just throw it away and put that out into the environment. So I'm hoping to do something about this hat. Maybe undo it, frog it, just turn it into scraps and make a scrappy project with it. I'm not sure yet. I'm definitely not throwing it away because it is made out of acrylic yarn. The yarn is really nice. This is scraps from a blanket that I've made in the past. This was for, if you're familiar with alt knots on YouTube, they have great Halloween related crochet content. Halloween's my favorite holiday, so I love watching what they make. If you can't tell, Halloween is not really my vibe aesthetically, but I love Halloween and I love spooky things, so I decided to participate in their 100 Days to Halloween blanket making, which was just a corner-to-corner blanket. I made this out of Bernat Softy Baby, I think it's called, in 4 different colors. I have the light, I think flannel is what this one's called, soft peach, lilac, and mint, maybe? Or soft lilac and mint. And then the border is just white. I was really proud of how this came out. This wasn't the exact pattern that they did for their crochet along, but I thought it wasn't really my vibe. It was a really cool pattern. It was like a TV with like slime leaking out. Definitely, I'll put their video in the description because I love their content. I watch it all the time. But I altered it and just made it a striped blanket. I use this thing all the time. I love it. My cats love it. My fiance loves it. We all love this blanket. It's so soft and it's nice to use. I just keep it folded underneath the entertainment center here. But I had a bunch of scraps left over. I had like whole skeins. So I just wanted to use up the rest of the yarn that I had before I threw it in my scrap bag. So I made a hat. Like I said, I absolutely don't, I don't hate it, but I'm not happy with how it turned out. I do love these fingerless mitts that I made to go with them. Hopefully I can get it on with my engagement ring on my finger. Yeah. They're mixed matched, and then they were supposed to go with the hat. I was gonna make them houndstooth, but I got really lazy at that point and just made them solid mixed matched colored. I love these, and I will be using them next winter. It's finally starting to warm up here where I am in the United States, so that's nice. Love them separate. Do not love the hat. Still don't know what I'm going to do with it, but I will be using these mitts regularly. I think they're really warm because they're acrylic. They make my hands very warm very fast, so that's what I need. I just needed something to use while I drive to class and to work in the winter, so they definitely do their job. I should have stated, this is in no particular like chronological order. I don't remember. I have my notes over there, but I was too lazy to grab them. So I don't know, I don't even remember what order I crocheted or knitted these. I should say those were both crocheted items. This, however, are knitted items. It is a pair of socks. I've knitted socks in the past. I want to say this is my 3rd pair that I knit. So this was not my first pair. My first pair was actually in December of 2024. These were my best pair by far. The first pair was too big. The second pair got a little better, but the structure was not great. These I was super proud of. And then, I don't know if you can tell on camera, I put them in the dryer by accident. So now they are very felted and they don't fit me anymore. So I just use them as like decor in my room because the color is perfect for like what I love. I loved the color. I saw these in my local yarn store and I was like, I need this yarn immediately. Knit it into socks, and then I was dumb and put them in the dryer. So now they just sit on my sock blockers, just in like on the wall. Like I just hang it on the wall. And I actually don't mind that, but I really do miss wearing them. I only got like 2 wears out of them because I forgot they were in my laundry and put them in the dryer. I wasn't very happy about that at the time, but what can you do? I should say that was the spruce sock pattern by Caitlin Blasing, I want to say. I'll put it on the screen here if that's wrong. But those were, yeah, the spruce socks just without the spruce tree motif. Those were the first knit socks that I made. And I just kind of used that pattern because it's a really good basic sock pattern if you just take away the spruce tree motif. That was the very first sock I ever made. So I don't see the use in buying like a regular sock pattern if the other one works just fine with modifications. So this is another thing I made. If you can't tell, I love wearing crocheted bandanas. My hair is super fine, so it gets greasy really fast. And also it's kind of, I've had short hair for years, like pretty much my whole middle school and high school experience. My hair was very short. And I'm finally starting to grow it out. But now that I am growing it out, it's in a really it's in that hat stage, and I don't like wearing hats, and where I work both of my jobs don't let you wear hats, so bandanas are a really good option for that, to just hide the mess that is my hair. It's very moldy right now, like that line from Gravity Falls where he's like, that line from Gravity Falls where he's like, I'm growing a mullet, Stanford, or whatever.
You think you've got problems? I've got a mullet, Stanford!
The line is, that's me right now, unfortunately. So I've been wearing a lot of bandanas, and I just made a classic granny stitch bandana, just like this one. All of the ones that I have are, I say all, I have these two and another one, but that's it. This one was made with some retired, everything's retired now from Joann's, but this was Big Twist, like this speckly, really pretty speckly blue color is Big Twist Party, maybe? One of the Big Twist lines, I don't remember. And then the purple is some scrap yarn that my fiance gave me because she also knits. And she had just like a tiny little ball of purple, and I was like, that would look perfect in this bandana. And so I threw it in there, and I think it does look really pretty. And as you can tell, I have more ends that just love coming out. If anyone has yarn weaving in tips that I don't know about, please put them in the comments, because I genuinely don't know what I'm doing with my life. But yeah, that's that bandana. And like I said, I don't know, did I say that? I don't know. I love these colors together. The blue is definitely one of my favorite colors, sky blue particularly. And then with this like purple, like violet, lilac-y color, I love it. I wear this bandana probably more than I wear any of my other ones. And then I have, this is my last final object, my last finished object of the year so far. It is this vest. Prism! It's Big Twist Prism is what the yarn was. It came back to me. Which is what this is made out of as well. Big Twist Prism. I can't remember the colorway name, but it probably doesn't matter because it's discontinued anyway. But it's just this, like, double crochet, I think actually it's half double crochet vest. Self-drafted pattern pretty much. The two sides aren't even. I don't really care. You can't really tell when I wear it, so it doesn't really matter to me. I'm really not that much of a perfectionist when it comes to my garments. Like, if it fits me and it looks okay, then I'm happy with it, usually. Which I feel is not a very common trait with knitters and crocheters, but that's just how I've always been in my life. This is the back. It's literally just the most simple vest ever. I actually wear it quite often. I have if I can find it, I'll put like a picture here of it. I don't know if I have a software program that like lets me like put like pictures in the corner, but I'll put it somewhere of me actually wearing it. It's like this like Howl's Moving Castle style like white blouse thing I got at Marshall's. And I wear that with this like all the time. It's one of my favorite outfits. I think it's really cute. I get a lot of my style inspiration from Howl Pendragon. I love that man. But that's all I have for finished objects. I guess I'll just move on straight to WIPS. Okay, for WIPS, I really don't also have that much, but it's more than I usually do. I'm a very monogamous knitter. I hate having more than one project at once. It just so happens that I have like 3 projects going at once, and this is very rare. I usually hate having more than one project because I get very overwhelmed very fast, and then it makes me not want to work on any of them. And I usually just opt to play Minecraft for 7 hours straight. But some of this, we'll get into it once I start talking about things. So this is my first finished object, or this is my first WIP. It's going to be a cardigan. This is the back panel. This is the remnants of my mood blanket for 2025. This was a failed project. Because Joann's is closing down, I got this yarn from Joann's. It's the line brand Heartland. I love that yarn. It's my favorite yarn of all time. I have multiple other projects that I've made out of that yarn. It's like my go-to yarn if I need a blanket or any like big comfy project that I need to make. It pills pretty easy, but other than that, I really like the yarn. It's really easy to work with. I love the colorways. But I bought it from my local Joann's, and now they're all going out of business. And I could buy the yarn straight from the Line Brand website, but shipping is so expensive, and for a blanket quantity, I just didn't think that was feasible or sustainable or smart. Yeah, I didn't think that was sustainable or smart. So instead of going and buying a blanket quantity off of the Lion Brand website, I just opted to scrap the whole project, and I'm just gonna make a cardigan. I really like how it's coming out so far. I really liked that I made, like, for some of my mood squares, it was like, it's because sometimes I feel more than one mood in one day. I don't think anyone exists that doesn't do that. And I liked incorporating those days in instead of just like choosing for one emotion and just making that square. And I still wanted to keep like the random kind of theme. And when I took the blanket apart, I just threw squares willy-nilly into a bag, so I don't know what days is which emotions. So I'm just using a d20. Like, I lay out 20 squares and just roll a d20, and then whatever number correlates to the square, I just sew that one on. And I think it definitely is giving it that like random effect that I wouldn't be able to replicate just by myself, because I'm terrible at making random palettes. Human nature by nature, we seek patterns in everything. So I especially me. So I knew that I wouldn't be able to do like a random palette or design, I guess, with my granny squares. So I just decided to do that method, and it's obviously working. So I'm happy about that. I'm hoping to get that done soon. By the end of April is my goal, but I don't know if that will happen, especially with finals week coming up. I'm an English major, so all of my time is going to be devoted to writing papers here soon. That's not going to be great, but hopefully I'll have some time to at least finish one of these WIPs before... I need to stop scratching my nose. Before the end of the... I have cats and I'm allergic, so my nose is constantly itchy. Yeah, before the end of the semester, I would like to finish... just by the end of the semester, I'd like to finish one of these items. And I'm on track for one of them, which will be the last one I'll show you guys. This is my second WIP. This is the very, very beginning of a... Oh, it's upside down. The very beginning of a levitate wrap. Oh, I don't remember the person, the pattern designer. I'll put it up here on the screen. But it is, like I said, the very beginnings of one, and I am frogging the whole thing. I don't like frogging things often. Usually if I make a project, then I set to finish it, even if it means like gifting it to someone or donating it to either way, just donating it to someone. I just don't like it. And I really like the yarn, so I don't want to just donate it if I don't like it. It's not that I don't like the pattern. I think the pattern's it looks really cozy, but it's just not my style. I'm more of like a mask person, and this pattern's just a lot more feminine than I am comfortable wearing. So I think I'm just gonna frog it. Obviously I'll keep the pattern. I might make it at another point. I don't know if it's the colorway plus, I don't know what it is. But it wasn't vibing with me as much as I thought it was going to, so I'm just gonna frog it. I love the color. It's Lion Brand ice cream? I have it right here. Yeah, it's Lion Brand ice cream. I think in the color Twin Berry Cheesecake, I want to say. It's very pretty. The colors are great. I realized it was literally just basically the trans flag as I was knitting it, which I thought was very funny. And my fiance also thought that was kind of funny. But hopefully I'm gonna frog that. I'm gonna turn them into granny square pants instead. My first ever pants project. Hopefully I'll be turning those into granny square pants. I think that will look better and fit my style more. I don't have any sketches up here or anything. It's going to be a self-drafted pattern. A lot of what I crochet is self-drafted. I've been crocheting for about, I want to say 8 years, but it might be more than that. Definitely more than 8 years. I've been crocheting since elementary school, and I am in college now, so it's definitely been more than 8 years, but I don't know an exact date or anything. So I'm pretty confident in my crochet skills, minus the, like, I could have fixed this if I wanted to. I was just lazy, and it doesn't bother me. But, and this, my hat, I don't know what's going on with that. But, things, like, it's always small mistakes that I make that I don't like at the end of the project. I'm pretty decent at drafting patterns. It's just the execution that needs work. But I'm hoping these granny square pants will come out great. I have an idea in my head for how I want to do them. I've never done it's not granny square. I should say granny stitch pants. They're not going to be made out of granny squares. They're just going to be the granny stitch. And they're going to be like sweatpants. I don't have any examples, like I said, because this is going to be a self-drafted pattern. It's just going to be trial and error, basically. I might make a vlog, maybe a project vlog on that. That might be fun. I really enjoy Amazing-ish Grace's videos, and I like her project vlog things where she goes through the project and how she her process and stuff and her design process. I might make a video for that. I think that'd actually be really fun. So I think I'll do that. But for now, it is just sitting to the side. I literally haven't worked on it since February, I think. No, maybe the beginning of last month. I have done no project process on this whip. But I want to finish these last two before I start working on the granny pants. The granny stitch pants might be a summer project, if I'm honest. And then I only have one more whip left. It's coming out better than I expected it to, which I'm really excited about. It's my birthday sweater. I am starting a new tradition of knitting a sweater on my birthday, not for my birthday. I hate deadlines. That's the one thing about me. I hate deadlines. They stress me out. But this year I had my own little birthday party that I threw myself, which is very Trisha Paytas of me, but I had a lot of fun. If there's one thing about me, I love the show Miraculous Ladybug. It is my hyperfixation. It has been since 2023, maybe 2020, 2023, 2022, 2023-ish. I live, breathe, and eat that show. I love that show. Even the new season, I'm eating it up. I search for crumbs online all the time. It is my bread and butter. So I had a Miraculous themed birthday party, and I thought it would be fun for every year I have a birthday, which is every year, to do a themed birthday party to go along with it from one of the fandoms that I enjoy, or not even fandoms because I'm not really involved in fandom culture, but from a media that I enjoy. So this year was Miraculous Ladybug, and I wanted to do a themed sweater around Miraculous Ladybug. So this is my Adrianette sweater. It's inspired by the two main characters of the show, Marinette and Adrian. The green is obviously supposed to represent Adrian. The pink is supposed to represent Marinette. I was hoping to find a lighter pink when I was shopping, but this is the Very Easy Raglan pattern, I want to say. I don't know the designer, but I'll put it up here on the screen. Other than that, the color work is my idea. Not my idea, but I mean, it's a single stripe. It's not innovative, but I don't know. I think it's kind of cute. I think I wish the stripe was kind of wider, maybe, but I'm way too lazy to go back and fix it. And I like it as it is, so I don't see the point in frogging back and adding more green. As you can see, I'm on the body right now. I think I need ½ an inch left on the body, and then the ribbing to be done with it, at least with the body. And then for the sleeves, I still need to add the green stripe and then do the whole sleeve. But I'm hoping to do the rest of the ribbing in green. I think this is really cute. I'm definitely going to make a matching bandana for this one as well, probably in this green color, because I have 1.5 skeins left of the green. I'm probably going to have to pick up another pink one, but I made this in the Ella Ray Eco Tweed, and let's see if you can pick it up on camera. It has rainbow, not rainbow, but tweed color in it, if you can see that blue in the middle there. And then the green has black and white and gold. And I was if this isn't the most Adrian and Marinette yarn that I possibly could have picked. This has her color palette blues and blacks and whites and dark pink, and then this one has green and black and gold. That's literally just them. And I was really pumped about that. Of course, I also had to use my ladybug knitting thing. Knitting stoppers? Yeah, I love how this is coming out. I cannot wait to finish it. I'm sad that it's getting warm because I probably won't be able to wear it because it's wool. I'm pretty sure 100% wool. So I'm kind of sad that I won't be able to wear it, but I'll be able to wear it next winter, and I'm very excited about it. I probably couldn't be happier with it. This is the second sweater that I've done that had the short rows in the back, and I don't think I'll ever go back because I hate having things touching my neck. I just can't handle that. I really can't deal with it. So it's nice having like this. I've already tried this on a couple times, and the neckline is like fits perfectly on me. So there's that project. And then finally I have acquisitions. I don't have many. Oh, you can see the yarn that I'm using for my granny stitch pants right here. But I only have one, and that is expressly because I am broke. I am a college student, and even though I have 2 jobs, I have so many bills, and it is kind of stressful. So I don't buy yarn very often, but I still do want to have like this acquisition segment, I guess, just because I like talking about yarn, and I also like buying yarn, but I do have the money too. So hopefully once my fiance and I move apartments, I'll have a little bit more spending money, especially because I'm working full-time this summer at one of my jobs. So because right now I'm part-time at both, so I'll have more spending money. So hopefully I'll have more acquisitions in the months to come. But for just this once, I have 2 technically acquisitions, but they're for the same project. Because Joann's is excuse me as I grab the yarn. Joann's is closing, so my mom and I actually ran over a couple weeks ago, I want to say, to check out what was left. Like, this was like, all that was left was the bare bones. We were told that there were trucks coming in every day, but it was pretty empty in there, so I don't know if that's true. But I got some more of the Lion Brand ice cream yarn. Oh, it's backwards, isn't it? Well, is it? Yeah, I think it is. And this like pretty like yellow and white monochrome color. I have eyeballed this every time I went into Joann's. There was also a teal color that I really liked. I really liked this yellow. Yellow is my favorite color of all time. So I had to pick this one up if I was going to get anything. And everything was 50% off that day, I want to say. And then there was an extra 20% off your total purchase that they were giving out. So I was like, I might as well buy a sweater's quantity. I hope this is enough. I don't know. I have 4 whole skeins of it. So I'm hoping that'll be enough for I'm probably going to do the same pattern for the birthday sweater that I was just talking about in my WIP segment of the very easy raglan pattern. I think that'll be the easiest. I think this is a larger gauge, or like a bigger yarn than is what is asked for in the pattern. But if anything, I can just make a smaller size. So that's probably what I'll do. It's literally the most basic raglan you possibly can make. And then for the ribbing, apparently I'm on a different color ribbing sweater train kick. I'm gonna do this white. It's actually the same yarn I was talking about earlier with my fingerless mitts and my 100 Days to Halloween blanket. But it's the Bernat Softy Baby. This one's I should say, this yarn is in the color Lemon Meringue, which I think is a really cute name, especially for like the ice cream. It's like, I think they're all dessert themed, if I'm pretty sure I'm correct about that. But this one's just white. This one is just the color white. And I thought they'd be cute together to do like the ribbing and like the cuffs on as this like white color, and then the body and the sleeves of the sweater as this yellow. I think that's cute together. And I don't have much, even though yellow is my favorite color, I don't have much of it in my wardrobe. Most of it's blue. So I was hoping to kind of like branch out a little bit. As you can tell from my Prism sweater, blue and purple are like my go-to colors, which is weird because I usually gravitate towards like warmer colors. But I like my blues. But yeah, that's about it. I guess I'll finish this video off by just talking about the projects I have in mind for the future for this channel. Like I said, this is like my very first ever YouTube video. I filmed one YouTube video in my entire life, and it was literally like when I was 5, and it was a duct tape, I want to say bookmark tutorial. I was probably older than 5. I was a little older than 5. I was in like 3rd grade, and it was awful. And this one's probably awful as well, but I'll probably find my footing. I stumble over my words a lot, I mutter, so I'm hoping that this will help me build my confidence on camera, and get better at my public speaking skills. But in terms of projects that I want to make in the future, like I said, that project vlog for those granny stitch pants might be fun to make. I would love to do thrift flips. I'm really trying to get into sewing. Let's see, what else did I have in mind? Really just a lot of knitting content. I might, every now and then, I do a drawing. I might do some speed paints, but don't count on that. I draw maybe once every 3 months. I definitely prefer like more like fashion-based art. I would like to do some knot with me's. That would be fun. If you're not in the friendship bracelet sphere, knot with me's are like you sit down, you talk, and you make a friendship bracelet. I don't have much to talk about, so I don't know what I'll talk about in those videos, but I think that would be kind of fun, or at least like maybe once I expand my collection, because sadly I've donated or thrown away a lot of the friendship bracelets that I made. Once I kind of expand my collection, maybe I'll make a collection video. I might put them here in my fiber arts podcast as well. They are they're pretty much fiber arts. It's just cotton thread, like embroidery thread. So I'll probably put any finished objects of bracelets or whips that I'm making here on the channel as well, or like in these podcast videos. Other than that, I think that's all I'll really be interested in doing. Pretty much anything fiber arts related, I'll throw on this channel, anything that I'm doing. I'm kind of a hermit. I don't really leave my house often, but I'm hoping maybe starting this channel will help me kind of expand and be more social and find community. Yeah, other than that, I think that's all I have. So thank you for watching. If you're interested in sticking around to seeing more of my videos, hopefully I'll get my background situation managed. I'm only in this apartment for one month and a couple days, so expect the background to change. I put on a Minecraft ambiance video for the background to give something interesting back there other than the Christmas wrapping paper that I still have out, and the decimated cat scratching post that my cat Tiki loves. Tiki, as you can tell, I am obsessed with Miraculous, that my cat Tiki loves to scratch up. It is absolutely, she has torn that thing to pieces. So I'm hoping I'll get the background situation sorted at a different point in my life. But other than that, I think that's all I've got. So thank you for watching. If you want to stick around and subscribe, that would mean a lot. I'm not really doing this to get any subscribers. It's mostly just to get me out of my comfort zone and try something new. Get my art out there as well, because as much as I love making it for myself, I think the best part of art is getting to share it with other people and finding community and with other artists. So maybe that'll happen here. I'll put my Instagram in the description as well. That's really the only other place you can find me. I post on there sometimes. Usually just finished objects or like whip photos. So if you're interested in seeing what I'm working on in between these podcast videos, you can do that. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you later.